Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Team APOC here with the Batteryman Plant Synchro deck. I've been looking on the forums and I saw that Batterymen were good at special summoning and Plant Synchros were really hot this format, so I decided to mix them together and this is what we came up with, and it's been tested and it's been testing great so far. Still might make a few things, like still try to replace Batteryman D. Gonna try to get some other stuff fixed. Gonna try those econs again in place of the Book of Moons, but this is what I have right now that's working the best. So let's get right to it. First we have one Batteryman D. Batteryman D, awesome card in this deck, awesome to special summon with the many effects of the Batteryman. Basic 1-star, his effect is if he's on the field, you can't attack any other Thunder type monsters except him. He's 1900 defense, 0 attack. Just good to get going to the Formula Sync rounds. And then go for the Shooting Star. Then we have Batteryman Microcell. Really a staple in this deck. In Batteryman, basically what he does is a 1-star, and he's a flip effect monster. He's a 100 attack, 100 defense. You flip him, you can search for our Batteryman level 4 or lower, which searches for your Batteryman AA's for synchro material, or searches for your Batteryman D's for stall or more synchro material. But again, great card to have. Just like a super nimble, gets you synchro material, gets your stuff. But yeah, and then you can draw a card if you destroy by battle. It's sent to the graveyard. Just a great card to have. Then we run the bulk of the Batterymen. 3 Batterymen AAA. I run 3 of them because if I don't, then I'll have too many single cards and double cards in this deck. You need 3 of some cards, and this is the card to have 3 of. It's awesome to normal summon. The good thing about this card is since the Batteryman can special summon a lot, if you can go for 2 special summons in 1 turn, and you get 2 of them out, they're both at 2,000. If you have 1 of them out, he's at 1,000. If you have 3 of them out, then they're all at 3,000. So they gain 1,000 for each Batteryman on the field. And again, great synchro material. Go for that Black Rose, go for that Mist Worm, go for Odd Starred. So you can go for a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, but the bulk of the Batterymen. Then we have 2 Batteryman Chargers. Batteryman Chargers, awesome card in this deck, especially since we're running Plant Synchro and we have a lot of tokens on the field sometimes. Awesome card to have, especially since the flip effect monsters that special summon another monster. Great card to get second turn. You can go for any Batteryman. Once he's tribute summoned successfully, you can search for any Batteryman in the entire deck and special summon, which means you can get your Fuel Cells, your AA's, your Microcell, your Batteryman D, any of that stuff to go for the Synchro or go for the quick OTK. Yeah. And then we have 2 Batteryman Fuel Cells. Fuel Cell, very necessary in this deck, necessary in all Batterymen. He really makes the Batteryman famous for swarming and bouncing cards. Basically what he does is both. He's a 6-star, 2100, 0 attack. His effect is you can special summon him if you control 2 or more Batterymen, which is great because if your opponent doesn't attack your face down Microcell, you flip Microcell, special summon a Batteryman, then you can special this card from your hand if you have 2 or more Batterymen on the field. His other effect is once per turn you can tribute a Batteryman on the field, so your useless Batterymen like Microcell or Batteryman D, if you don't have any tuners that you can sync for Formula Sync round with, and bounce an opponent's card back to their hand by tributing the Batteryman. So really good card to have. He's basically like a Brionic. Then I run 1 Batteryman Industrial Strength. I've tested him a lot. He's a good card to run. Helps get off those last OTKs if your opponent's like low on health and you're gonna go for it, but you're like 1,000 short or 2,000 short. Great card to special summon. His effect is you can remove 2 Batterymen from your deck, since we'll be having a lot of Batterymen in the grave, since this deck revolves around milling a lot to get stuff from the grave. You can special summon him from your hand after removing those 2 Batterymen. His other effect is once per turn, you can remove a Thunder type monster to destroy one of your opponent's back row, spell and trap. So awesome card if you want to get that quick OTK off. And now that's it for the Batterymen. Now going into the plants, we have 1 glow up bulb. Glow Up Bulb, he's a great card to have if you can get him. He's about $40, so he's a little expensive, but awesome card. Helps you really go for that Formula Synchron instead of just running Spore. So it helps us get that shooting star more often, and he's a 1-star, so you can do it with a lot of high-level monsters instead of having a 2-3-star synchro, which gets you up to like 8 or 9 or 10, which you can't do without multiple monsters. So helps you sync with those 7-star monsters, 6-star, 5-star monsters. Go for the important monsters like Goyo, Brio, Thought Ruler, Stardust. Awesome, and you can discard a card from your deck and from the top card of your deck and special summon it from the grave. So it really helps you get those quick combinations off. And we run 1 Spore. Spore, basic staple in Plant Synchro. Great card to have. You can helps you get those Stardust off by removing Dandy or Lone Fire. He's special summoned with 4 stars if you have a 4-star on the field. Great card to go for Stardust, which again helps you for Formula Synchron. Then we have 2 Lone Fire Blossoms, staples in this deck. Lone Fire, I love Lone Fire. I really like his effect. First turn you can go for a Titanial or but most people, the thing I don't agree with is that they tribute a Lone Fire, then tribute another Lone Fire to thin their deck out to get their better cards. But this is one of your better cards. I only tribute 1 Lone Fire and then go for the card I need. Because if you draw into that Lone Fire later, you can go for a Dandy, a Glow Up Bulb, a Spore. So it's really drawing like a possibility of multiple cards, which is awesome. It serves a better purpose than thinning out your deck. So that's why I run, or that's why I only tribute 1 and then go for the card I'm targeting if I'm going for Titanium. Then speaking of Devil, we have Titanial. Titanial, awesome card to have. Really, you don't ever end up tribute summoning in this deck unless you really need to. Basically, just a target for Lone Fire, and that's 2800 beater. You can negate cards and destroy other cards by removing 1 plant type from your field. Then we have 2 Dandelions, staples in any plant deck. Dandelions, awesome card to have. Get those tokens out, those 1-star tokens. Since we have a lot of 1-stars in this deck, you can sync for Formula Synchron fairly easily. Run 2 of them because, again, great synchro material. If you have debris, you get back Dandelion, and you can sync for 7 for a Black Rose Bomb. Or if you already have a Dandy token on the field, you debris again, Dandelion, and sync for 8 or 9, which is awesome combination. So Dandy definitely necessary. Then we have Card Trooper, another card that requires some thought. By the way, I'm getting into the support cards for this deck now. Card Trooper, awesome for milling to the grave if we need to mill. So say we have a battery charger in hand, which special summons a Batteryman from the grave. We have no Batteryman in the grave. You can do this, and by chance you'll mill a Dandy or a battery charger or something you need in the graveyard, like a Glow Up or a Plague Spreader or a Spore, and then you can get those cards out and sync with them. But awesome card to have, and he also supplies a little bit of draw power. Then we run 2 Raikos. These double Raikos help a lot. I don't run 3 of them because I think 3 is unnecessary and it's a dead draw most of the time. But I love running 2 of them because it's perfect. It's awesome card. It helps, again, mill stuff to the grave that you need in the graveyard, because the majority of this stuff that helps you get off the combos is starting from the grave. So again, awesome card to have because it mills to the grave. And then we run 1 Super Nimble. Super Nimble is a card of my choice, personal preference. I run Super Nimble and not Charge because I'm only running 2 Raikos. If I'm running 3 Raikos, that's when I use Charge. But if I'm running 2 Raikos, I run a Super Nimble. Then we have Plague Spreader Zombie. Plague Spreader, staple in basically all synchro decks. Again, you need him in the graveyard so you can use his effect. Awesome card. Get him to the graveyard, or if you have synchro material on the field, you can summon debris and get him back. If you're short a tuner, very flexible in all combos. Then now we get to the 2 Debris Dragons. I run 2 Debris Dragons because it's really good. Awesome card to either set first turn with 2k defense, nothing's going to get over it, or summon him and go for that Dandy and sync 7 for a bomb, since 6 Salmons are really hot this round, especially the new ones. And the only way you can kill them, basically, because they swarm so fast, is either a Black Rose Bomb, second or third turn, which is possible with this card, or side decking against them. So this really helps against new 6-Sams, and I've actually 2-0'd a lot of good brand new 6-Sam players with their $500-600 decks with this card. Amazing card to have. Then we spells. We have 2 battery chargers. Especially summons your Batteryman from the grave. Good card to have. I mean, you could always use another Batteryman on the field, or you can combo it with Fuel Cell's effect, tribute a Batteryman, bounce a powerful monster or spell on their side of the field back to their hand, then battery charge that monster back to max out the attack that you do to him, or the damage you do to him. I don't run 3 because 3 is a dead draw, and running 2 lessens the chance that you'll double draw into him. 2 Book of Moon. Book is awesome to have in this deck. I run Book over Econ because I think it's more necessary since we're running the Royal Decrees. I really think this is a better defense card. Even though we have tokens and stuff that you can use Econ with, I still don't like it because Book also saves my monsters from like Mirror Force and that kind of stuff. So I run 2 of them. Then we have Monster Reborn, staple. Awesome, sets up great combos. Double MST, staple in this format. Back row destruction. Then we run Foolish Burial. Awesome card to have. You can get if you have Synchro Materia on the field, or you need Synchro monsters or tuners. You can get Glow Up Bulb to the grave. You can get any like Titano to the grave to Monster Reborn if it's really necessary. You can get Dandy to the grave, get those tokens. And one combo I really like is you Foolish Dandy to the grave, get those 2 tokens out, summon Debris, get Dandy back, sync for 8 or 9 or 7, which gives you a lot of flexibility, and then you get 2 more tokens on top of that powerful synchro. So Foolish is an awesome card to have, especially since we need stuff in the grave. Then we run Mind Control. Again, awesome since we run low-level tuners, 1, 2, and another 1-star. You can Mind Control those bigger monsters with bigger stars, 6, 7, since we have 1-star tuners. You can steal those bigger monsters that the opponent may have. Especially useful with 6 damage because you can Mind Control Shen and then sync for a 7 or 8, which is awesome, and it really kills them. Then Pot of Avarice, I only run 1 because even though we have stuff in the grave in this deck, we still need it, so we don't need to run 2, but this is just in case we're running low and we need some stuff in the deck so we can recycle it, and again, it's draw power. I run a Double Summon because Double Summon is really speeds up this deck in combination. Good card to have. I tested it a lot and it's testing very well so far, so awesome card to have. Really helps those combos. Then we have 3 Royal Decrees. Royal Decree helps you get those combos off, shuts down your opponent, keeps your synchros and everything safe if you're not going for a Stardust. Really good card to have. Then we have Solemn Judgment, staple in almost every deck. I still run it with Decree because it's a good card, even if I don't have my Decrees yet. Then Mirror Force, and then that's pretty much it. I only run these 2 traps on top of Decrees because if you don't have a Decree yet, you draw into a Mirror Force. It's awesome. It stalls your opponent. It helps a lot. So guys, that's basically it for the deck. I'm going to be coming up with a second video of Synchros and the extra deck. So comment, subscribe. See ya.